big news in the world of Star Wars. For as far back as I can remember, you know, the controversy was that George Lucas will not fucking release the original theatrical Star Wars movies. You know, and obviously there's a problem with even saying that. There's not an official theatrical version of I mean, if you want to have the original, the one that doesn't even say episode 4 at the top, there have been iterations even before the special editions came out. I think generally it's understood that people are talking about the version that came out on widescreen VHS and Laserdisc, you know, before the CG was added in effect.
Yeah.
Before you had Jabba the Hutt back in there and stuff. People always wanted that on Blu-ray or in HD, or hell, even on DVD. And of course, the original DVD release in like 05 or 04 or whatever, it had the Laserdisc copies on like on the other side of the disc, but it never had high quality.
It was a really bad like Laserdisc transfer, which had like video errors in it. Yeah, one of the transfers, it was done badly, so it wasn't good. But you could watch it on DVD, and I think it was like full screen letterboxed, I think.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
Terrible in every way. And you know, it felt like Lucas was at some point like being kind of spiteful. You know, the special edition is the real version of the movie. That never made a lot of sense to me in the first place, but at least when he directed the 1977 movie, it's like, all right, well, it's your movie, you know, you can, I guess, edit it. But when it was the other two, I was like,
yeah,
you're not the fucking director. Like this now, you're introducing George Lucasisms into like two movies that were directed by other people, you know, and there's some really, really curious choices in the special edition, like showing the Wampa. Why the fuck are we showing the Wampa?
Yeah.
Now we can see him.
Now we can see him. And I think that screws up the musical timing of that whole scene too. So it's like, it's a little fucked up.
I remember I had seen the original on tape so many millions of times. I used to go to bed to it every night when I was in like 5th grade. And not everybody knows, the 90s was a huge time for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because the special editions came out in theaters, but before that, or right around that same time, Shadows of the Empire came out in like 96 when the N64 launched, and there was X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, and there was Dark Forces, and there was PC games, and there was toys.
And there was a VHS release where it had like Darth Vader's head and Yoda's head and a Stormtrooper's head. A lot of people had that one because it was like pretty high quality for VHS. And it was widely advertised, so a lot of people got that version and watched it. It
kind of all culminated in '99 with the release of Phantom Menace. But leading up to that was kind of like Star Wars original trilogy fever. Shadows of the Empire is fascinating. It's described as a movie release without the movie. For those who don't know, it was the story that happened between Empire and Jedi. So they had a toy line, they had comic books, they had a video game, they had merchandise, they had costumes, I think. They had a soundtrack. A dude wrote a bunch of music for it, and that's in the video game, and they released a soundtrack. So they had everything for this thing except for a movie itself, which I'm like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's a little amazing. I wish they did a few more of those, but
yeah, that would have been really, really exciting. It's a pretty derpy story. Leia almost has sex with a green guy, and
yeah, and they didn't have Han Solo, so they made a new Han Solo, Dash Rendar.
And he's not in nearly as much of the book as I would have wanted him to be based on the video game. The video game implies that he's like the main character. Luke is very much the main character of Shadows of the Empire. When Disney bought them, the big question was like, all right, are we finally going to get remasters of the original trilogy in its original form on Blu-ray, on streaming, something? You remember right before he sold, he was going to release all 6 in 3D in theaters, and he did the Phantom Menace, and he was going to keep doing them. And I think that's around the time that he put in McClunky. McClunky.
Was it showed up on Disney Plus with McClunky, and people were like, what the fuck is that?
I'm like, okay, so is that the fucking real version of A New Hope? Now, you know, every time I add something, it's the new version of A New Hope. Is anybody nostalgic for the original version of the special edition? I kind of am. I also grew up with those VHSs too.
Jabba looks more like he's like in the Sega Dreamcast or something. He's just he's a little glossy.
Yeah, he's like a little bit smoother. And they made him significantly more textured in like the DVD release.
Yeah, the DVD, he's like more brown and textured. Yeah.
Nothing beats the animatronic from Jedi, not even close. Yeah. Even if he can't move and walk around or anything.
No, it's a feat of puppeteering. Like we were talking about the Muppet Christmas Carol and like how many puppeteers like the Ghost of Christmas Present, his puppet is just like the guy and then the mouth is moving. I love that stuff. And Jabba is like a souped up version of that.
Have you seen / do you like Labyrinth?
Yes, yeah.
The Blu-ray, DVD, whatever, they have a making of Labyrinth that's like a good hour or so. And as a matter of fact, Brian Henson, he does Hoggle. A little person was in the costume, but I think 6 other puppeteers were doing like bits of Hoggle. One person was his eyes, one person was his mouth. And Brian Henson was the voice. There was some compositing they did for some like dancing puppets, and Terry Gilliam wrote that movie. Very cool making of. I would definitely check out like that if you love like feats of puppeteering that are really fast. Because that whole movie is like, how creative can we get here? That, and then obviously Dark Crystal clearly was like the direction Henson was heading in, which would have been really exciting to see. So sad that pneumonia the dude died of.
Ah, yeah, it's crazy.
So anyway, they're gonna do. Here's what we know. Disney is going to release for the 50th anniversary. They're going to release the original theatrical in theaters. They've said nothing of streaming. They've said nothing of Empire. They've said nothing of Blu-ray. They've said nothing of Jedi. And that would be a pretty dick move to be like, you got to come out to the theater and see it. And then that's it.
That would be. If we don't get a Blu-ray after this, fuck you.
You know what? I kind of think that's what they're going to do.
I kind of think so too.
I kind of think they're going to be like, you have to come to the theaters to see the special version of it, which is just the old version of it that we refuse to show you.
They will be remastered. There was people who leaked like the screenshots of them like cleaning up the frame and everything. So they're going to do some sort of, like digital enhancing. Hopefully it doesn't like remove the film grain and
I think AI remastering.
I think they're going to be smart about it. I think, but who knows?
They have to be. Come on. You can't be James Cameron about this.
There's some good like 4K upscales, like people like Lawrence of Arabia, I think, is a good one. And
I just don't like when they recolor correct it, man. I totally reject it. That's special editioning all over again. Don't be releasing no fucking blue looking Lord of the Rings on me.
I know it is interesting because I'll pop in some of the old VHSs, especially from the Fox CBS era, and I'm kind of like shocked by the color. I'm like, I'm so used to the special editions color correcting because they have a different look. They have a different look than even the first scans. I have the laser discs and they are technically the best ones, but obviously Harmy and there's some other even better version than Harmy that people really like. Yeah, I think there's like a 1977 or something. I think it's just a scan of the film. Really? They were able to get that? I think so, and I think it was. I don't know if they do a little bit of upscaling or whatever, and that's it. Yeah, to me, it's like, well, fuck you, fuck you, Disney. We have it. We don't need you.
Asshole, major asshole. And his cousin? He's an asshole too, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what. I would agree. If they were like, some theaters still have 35 millimeter projectors and we're going to be now that would jazz me up. Like when the Hateful Eight did the Roadshow with 70 millimeter, I was like, ooh, and that was very fun. Showing me the Harmy Despecialized edition on fucking Blu-ray up on a TV screen, like they're going to, that's what movie theaters are, is a big old TV screen on Blu-ray. They have to release the Blu-ray. My God, they have to. Because my God, people would buy it. People would buy it. Well, I think Star Wars is a big IP, and they figure like you gotta squeeze blood out of that stone. You can't just give them everything. You can't just make them come on day one. Well, yeah, I'm not expecting the Blu-ray the day one, but you can put it in theaters, have it do its thing, but then release the Blu. You gotta, and don't do. Yeah, you're right. They're not gonna even release a Blu-ray. Or they'll do it. But just the first movie. And then 10 years from now, the 60th anniversary of Empire. Netflix will buy Disney. Suck a dick. We have Harmy. We have, I don't care about you. Get away from, I have a Blu-ray. We rented a movie theater back in COVID days. They were like, oh, you can watch Hook, The Grinch. They gave us like a bunch of things. And we actually said Hook. And then they came out and they were like, sorry, we actually don't have Hook. So they said, we can't find the Blu-ray because we're going to pop the Blu-ray. I was like, I feel like I'm at school. I feel like I'm at the babysitters. We're gonna pop in a Blu-ray. We're gonna wheel in the TV on the cart. I never was like this romantic about film. Levi just recently did a really nice video about sort of the magic of film, and it does sound so very fucking artsy fartsy. What Levi says, what Quentin Tarantino says, what Christopher Nolan says, it's true. That there is like some kind of intangible special effect magic of the 24 frames per second film and the grain and the way that looks on a movie theater screen. It's not just a big TV.
It's clacking away, imperfections and all, was the most powerful thing in the world. Hard as lightning, soft as candlelight. There's no substitute for the real thing.
You know what they need to be doing as part of this 1977 shit? Bring back the uncomfortable seats in movie theaters.
I want to share an armrest with my neighbor.
You know, I don't want to recline with a stranger. It's weird.
Recline.
Like you and me are too cozy.
Ooh.
The whole thing is too.
There's
It's too much of
popcorn all
a
over
fat
my-
ass project in that theater.
It's all over my belly.
It used to be nice and uncomfortable in a movie theater seat.
Aren't you a little fat to be a stormtrooper?
Well, stay here and rot, you stuck-up bitch.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.